In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the battery on this Honda Accord. Let's get started. The battery is located on the driver's side of the engine compartment. You'll see it right behind the headlight. My first step is to always disconnect the negative battery terminal first. So put a 10mm wrench on it, loosen up the nut that clamps down this terminal, pull it up and push it out of the way so it can't make connection. Next, in our case, this wiring harness is held on with a plastic clip onto this retainer bolt for the battery hold down. So unclip that, pop this cover off, and you'll see the positive battery terminal held on with the same style nut. So take a 10mm socket or wrench, loosen this up, and pull it up and off. Set this aside as well. You'll need a wrench or a deep socket to access the two mounting nuts that hold the J-hooks on for the battery hold down. So in my case, I'm going to use a deep 10mm socket, loosen both of them up. You don't have to completely remove the mounting nuts. All you have to do is give them enough slack to be able to wiggle them and unhook them from their retainer. Looking down by the bottom of the hook, this is what you'll see. It's got a slot that it hooks into, and with it unthreaded enough, you should be able to unhook it like this. Do the same on the front. Remove this hold down, set it aside, and now you'll be able to remove the battery. In some cases, it'll have a plastic cover on it. Take that off as well. If yours has a handle, use it. A lot of times these small batteries do not. And there it is. If you had your new battery, take it and drop it down into its location. Make sure it's seated properly. Now if your vehicle had this plastic cover, reinstall it over the battery. Make sure that's fully seated. Let's reinstall this battery hold down. Hook on the J-hooks on the bottom into their slots. A trick is to hold this battery hold down up. Make sure you don't put your finger underneath it so that as you tighten it, it can seat on the battery without obviously pinching your finger. Don't tighten it too much. As soon as it holds onto that battery, that should be plenty tight. You don't want to crush the top of the battery. Take the positive terminal, reinstall it, make sure it's bottomed out completely, and tighten up the mounting nut. You know that it's fully tightened when it's snug and you can't spin this by hand. Put this cover back on if you had it. Clip this wiring harness back onto the stud. And finally, the negative battery terminal. All right, that's plenty tight. I can't spin this terminal, so I know that's clamped on properly. At this point, battery is replaced.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.